Actually live. All right. Now we have Cheryl Miller defending Kaylin Clark. Not only that, but we have way more. Let me turn this mic off. All right, let's get straight into how are you guys doing. We got Eric in here, CD in here, Josh Spot in here. We got Pete in here. Shout out to Jerry with the diehard Venom level membership. Everybody is in here at a timely manner. I apologize y'all for being a little late, but listen, we are never too late for Fever Friday, okay? I'm gonna wait for all of y'all to get in here. We're gonna wait about 10-15 more seconds. In the meantime, I want y'all to let me know how y'all day has been, how y'all week has been going, and let's start the introduction.
Welcome to Fever Fridays.
Let's go. All right. So, Atlanta Dream owner claims that their matchup against the Fever was moved from Gateway Center that held a 3,500 capacity to Star Farm Arena that holds 16.8 thousand people due to a quote-unquote scheduling conflict. Now, oh my goodness. Like, I don't even know where do we start. So not only do we have Kaylin Clark haters as fans and stuff, but now we have multiple owners talking about Kaylin Clark, like, subliminally saying, oh, we're gonna do this not because Kaylin Clark is playing. I apologize, y'all gonna see my hair drip. I just got out the shower. But yeah, you're gonna hear people say, Kaylin, what was my train of thought? You're gonna hear people say, just subliminally, like, oh, it creates hard feelings. Oh, but then that same Mystics owner moved their arena to a bigger arena, right? Now you have this Atlanta Dream owner. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's a cult going on above. I don't like I'm not really the one to, do conspiracies a lot on here. But there's something going on. There's something much bigger that we don't know about, but we know about going on. Like, I don't know what is the prop. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to plug in my laptop charge. But there is a problem that we got to address. I don't know why the things are the way they are, but it has to be addressed. Now, all jokes aside, though, like, this is actual seriousness. Like, I'm serious what I'm talking about right now. This is basketball, y'all. This is this is, I don't know, this is basketball, you feel me? Like, I could understand if it was politics, like, with the government and all this stuff, y'all, like, agendas, like, all right, cool. Like, that's when you could start, I don't watch plenty of movies, so I could start thinking like that. But I've never in my life seen something like this happen in basketball, y'all. I have never in my life seen someone so good at basketball that they literally, like, no weapon formed against them shall prosper. Like, she's so good at this, at what she does with this basketball, that it's a whole organization, all these billionaires conspiring against her, and she's in their league. Not only is she there, like, trying to, fight them, she's trying to work with them. Like, nah, I'm not here to fight y'all. I'm here to work with y'all. I'm here to make money with y'all. I'm here to uplift this league. I've given the league its flowers. I've never gotten my flowers. And I'm still over here continuing to give the league its flowers. Like, I genuinely don't know what it's gonna take for the owners to stop this, but this genuinely has to stop. This is not a joke. It was cool at first. It wasn't cool, but it was something to shrug off at first. But now that there's multiple owners, this is something that we gotta worry about, because this is I'm starting to worry about Kaylin's safety at this point. Because if owners could do this and go out their way to not give Kaylin her flowers, what do you think? Like, I don't want to start thinking they're going to start sending players to take out the game. Like, when it comes to the basketball court, for those who never played, there are so many ways that you can injure a player easily and make it seem like it wasn't intentional. You can, like, Kaylin Clark is a three-point shooter, for one, which worries me, right? Like, regardless, any type of play style you have, you can get injured. If Kaylin Clark's shooting a three, somebody can step under her, act like they're closing out, and keep their foot under her, injure her ankle, boom, you're out the game. She goes to the lane, you could flagrant foul. Like, it's just so many ways. Like, I'm actually worried about Kaylin's safety this year. This is something that I feel like Kathy has to step in, because it's not like they're breaking a WNBA law or anything. It's not like they're doing something that could send them to jail or nothing, but this is something that could potentially motivate Like, it's players in the league that don't like Caitlyn. So if we know owners don't like Caitlyn, what's gonna stop it? Like, I don't want to start going down the rabbit hole. This got to be addressed though. Like, we cannot just keep shrugging this off. We seen what Diamond DeShields did. Like, it could get very much worse. And of course, we got the Natasha Howard, we got Sophie on our team. Yes, I understand that, but this is something that has to be addressed. Like, I'm gonna keep emphasizing this until it get addressed. The Mystics owner was she was on her own. We singled her out. It's becoming a problem when it's two people now, and it's more than two, but this is just two owners that went out their way to like completely, shut down Caitlyn. Like don't want to uplift her. Like, this is a Cheryl Swoops kind of tactic, and we're not even gonna get on Cheryl Swoops because even the media. So it's the owners, the media. This is why I'll tell you, I will defend Caitlyn Clark to the end of the world. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Caitlyn Clark Glazer. I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. You know what I'm saying? Douglas says the best part is it's the State Farm Arena, right? Like, Caitlyn Clark literally that's her sponsorship. It's so crazy though. Like, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Before we even move on, do y'all see how serious this kind of thing is? Mike says the WNBA doesn't have any laws. They have suggestions. Exactly. The only player who will stand up for Caitlyn Clark is Sophie. No one else. Hopefully that's not the case. Right? Hopefully Lexi steps up. Natasha step up. I'm sure Natasha will step up. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Natasha will step up. Araceli Gainey says, Venom, that's my biggest concern this coming season. A player crossing the line to intentionally cause a season-ending injury. I'm gonna be honest. If a player causes a season-ending injury, I'm booking a flight. Hey. Nah, God forbid. I don't even want to put that in the air like that. But you feel me? Like, I just want basketball. I don't want to deal with the drama. I'm tired of the drama. I just want to hoop. I just want to watch hoops. I'm tired of the owner. I don't even want to know the owners' names. Like, I genuinely, if I know the owners' names, it can either be an extremely good thing or extremely bad thing. No in between. I don't want to know owners' names. I don't want to know anything, but I don't want to know referees' names. I just want to hoop. I want to see good basketball on the court. I want to see a good product on the court. If you beat us fair and square, bravo. If you don't, you have to injure players. If you do something dirty, no. We might see a Mason Plumlee style fight this season. Hopefully not. It's sick for them to be talking like this. It's sick for them to be talking like this. WNBA acted like this with Jackie Styles. She didn't last very long in the league. They try to hurt her. Like, it's sad. It's honestly sad. Let's move on though. We're not gonna move on, but we're gonna move on. Okay. So, the Dream have moved their season opener against Caitlyn Clark in the Indiana Fever, the State Farm Arena. And yeah, we already read that. But I just wanted to highlight this one. I've never seen this Caitlyn Clark clip, and I feel like y'all all should see this gem with me together. I got to pause it in like 5 seconds for copyright. But just look at how Caitlyn Clark and Kate Martin is turned up.
My life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
Like, come on, y'all want to hurt this girl? Come on. Like, come on, this is a once-in-a-generational talent. Not only basketball-wise, but personality-wise. Everything about Caitlyn Clark is just like, if you genuinely don't know about Caitlyn Clark, I promise you, just go down any rabbit hole and you will be addicted. Yeah, like, I have a track record on YouTube that proves, like, y'all seen it since day one when I got hooked onto Caitlyn Clark, and I didn't even know how deep I was going into the rabbit hole, and now I'm damn near a year in, ready to fight for this girl. It's crazy. I know what, that is funny, C22. Like, honestly, I don't know what's all the hate about. Lexi Hull talking about how Caitlyn Clark prepared her for receiving passes with Chelsea Gray.
One of the key players on your team is Chelsea Gray, and I can't help but think of the similarities. How did playing with Caitlyn help prepare you for the passes that you often receive from Chelsea as well?
It's just keeping my hands ready. Keep setting, keep running the floor. I think that's what's so great about playing with really great point guards is you do the hard work and they make the shots easy. Mm-hmm. So it's really great just trying to get open, get to the best positions I can, and I have confidence that they're going to find me, and they have confidence that I'll be in the right spot. So it's really great to kind of keep bouncing off of both of them.
Yes, and like Bray says, the Olympic break, Venom, rabbit hole, I was there. If y'all was there in that Olympic break, comment and let me know. These crazies are drinking that haterade. Yeah, that's the new one. We're going to call it haterade. I don't know what it is. All right, so we got Cheryl Miller. Oh, my goodness. I've been wanting to talk about this for like the past 48 hours. Cheryl Miller weighs in on the narrative surrounding WNBA superstar Caitlyn Clark. Let's listen to this.
to be hated. I know what it's.
Hold on.
I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a black woman and hated because of my
skin.
color.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. And people just having, and look, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason. And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth.
Right.
And Angel and her got along so well, and watching them practice. And yeah, just get it. And Caitlin's like, just fly. And watching her pass. And I didn't know how talented she was and how well she sees the game in a 3D version. Thinker, defensively a lot better than I thought and gave her credit for. So watching her and just spending a little time. And one thing, guys, that I've learned is to step back and let these kids be themselves. Look, I speak when I'm spoken to. I'm not sitting up there knocking on anybody's door, offering my advice because I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to be social media, Instagram this. I don't know what it's like to be bombarded and have to be the breadwinner in the family and be a brand and be worried about what I do or say and everything else, or 24/7 being pulled in so many different directions and not knowing. Throw in the fact that if I'm insecure, if I've got my own mental issues going on, who do I talk to?
Yep.
I don't regret being born when I was.
Okay, now Cheryl Miller, shout out to Cheryl Miller for this insane 2-minute clip right here. A lot to be desired in this clip right here. A lot to dissect in this clip. But let's just talk about the two main topics. Let's address the Angel Reese one first, okay? When Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese played together in that All-Star game and Caitlin Clark dimed Angel Reese, I feel like that stopped every hate train for like a whole 24 hours. Unfortunately, it was only 24 hours. But if y'all was there, y'all remember how, like, it's like the fan bases just gave each other a high five, called the truce. Like, everything was good. Then right after, when it got to August, all hell broke loose once again. It was like, oh my goodness. And then that one media voter taking away Caitlin Clark unanimous vote. Like, can we address that too? Like, can we address that all media members, like, they have to go public? I seen Stephen A. Smith talking about it on Gil's Arena, and he was like, he has no problem with people knowing who he voted for. He was like, heck, I even go on my platforms and say who I voted for. I feel like media members have to be held accountable in the big 2025. It's not back then no more. Privacy is not as much of a thing. We have access to a lot of tools now. Fans are not as powerless as we were before. We have access to almost everything that the higher ups have access to, you know? So, in saying that, we don't look at these people as if they're above us anymore. If y'all remember back then, for all the older people, when you seen people on TV, that was like, oh my goodness, they're up there. Like, you can, you know, nowadays you could go on social media, you could catch up with people's lifestyle, your favorite people. So it's like, it's kind of different now. We don't put these people on that same pedestal no more. They have to earn it, you know? Like, so me saying that, I feel like media members have to go public. You're not you're not the biggest person in the world. Like, you gotta go public, because this is things that dictate people's contracts, people's money. So if you're gonna dictate whether somebody gets a Supermax, whether somebody gets an All-Star selection, an MVP selection, you have to go public and show who you voted for, because it's a lot of bias, and there's no way on God's green earth you took away Caitlin Clark unanimous MVP. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like you gotta go public about it. Let me know if y'all agree with that. Let's move on.
Be honest, because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady.
Okay,
and I
so we
felt
got
for her.
Ken Swift, again, shout out Ken Swift. Cheryl Miller on Caitlin Clark not getting the respect she deserves. Hold on.
Some of your peers, they will recognize, you know, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Right.
How can you separate the two? It's kind of
You
hard,
know,
right?
and I used, and you know, Jax, you're absolutely right. And I was like, come on, you big dummies. Is she getting hyped? Yes. But she was in the backyard. She was putting in the same time, sometimes maybe more than you were.
Right.
I can't fault her for what she was given. But, you know, I mean, look, as much as she was given, you can't tell me if that door would have swung the other way where she didn't live up to the hype.
Right.
Come on, folks are still waiting.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. That's what. Why did I never think about that? Oh my, like, why did I never think about that? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. She just opened my perspective on live. Like, if Caitlin Clark was not what people meant her, like, if she didn't even not only live up to expectation, but not exceeded it, let's say, like, she even did 90% of what people expected, she would have been slaughtered. It would have been over. There would have been no sugar. Like, this is, oh my, it just hit me. Cheryl Miller cooked. This is the Caitlin Clark we're dealing with when she exceeded and made history, had a historic rookie season. Only God knows. And I kind of knew if y'all was watching all of FIFA Friday, I said they waiting for this girl to slip up. To this day, they're waiting for this girl to slip up. But that just shows the kind of girl that she is. Like, she's so good at basketball. I'm just happy to be a supporter of C22. Like, C22. Hey, it's a good feeling being a supporter of C22 because it's literally nothing to be ashamed of. Like, it's not one thing to be ashamed of supporting Caitlin Clark. Like, nothing on court, nothing off court. Literally everything about Caitlin you can support. Let's continue with the click. Shout out to Brian Ramos with the $20 dono. Says, I love Cheryl Miller. Brian, we all love Cheryl Miller with you, my brother.
Exactly.
Exactly. Come on.
Yep.
So, with that being said,
Yeah.
you big dummies, you getting paid now.
Right.
Everybody
to do
now
with it.
has an opportunity to pull up their chair and have a seat.
Oh my God, her analogy. Yo, I thought my analogies were good. Cheryl Miller's analogies are second to none. She literally just basically said, Caitlin Clark made the table. She put the food on the table. She seasoned it. It's all good. 5-star meal like you at a 5-star restaurant, the most expensive restaurant in the world. And not only can you eat for free, but you can eat all you want and you can come back to eat as much as you want. I wish I was over-exaggerating. I wish I was over-exaggerating. Bridget Caldwell, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. But I wish I was over-exaggerating about Caitlin Clark impact. That's literally like someone in your family becoming a 100 millionaire, right? Overnight. And you not reaping any of those benefits. Like, even if your sibling or anyone in your family doesn't directly hand you any cash, you just being around their lifestyle, you're gonna find opportunities. Like, if you got all this money and he's going to meetings and he's doing real estate and all this, and you going with this person, you're gonna pick up knowledge along the way. Now you have stuff to apply to your own life. So that's basically you pulling up a seat and eating and applying it to your life. Caitlin Clark came in the league. What happened? They signed $1 billion deal. Multi-billion-dollar deal. Like, I don't know how many different ways we could say, like, these girls are so envious, and I hate the drama part of it, but it just got to be addressed. These girls are so envious and so entitled. Without Caitlin Clark, they would be scraping for crumbs. Right now, you have WNBA players talking about going on strike, sitting out, causing a lockout. Let me tell you something right now, okay? Without Caitlin Clark, they probably would have never even been talking about that, and that's a fact. We didn't hear no lockout, no nothing. Now, all of a sudden, girls is talking about pay us the money we deserve. And y'all only gonna get that money y'all deserve because I'm not saying y'all don't deserve it, but I'm saying the only reason you're gonna get it is because of one person. Like, literally, it's not saying Caitlin Clark is the reason for how talented you are. Don't mess up my words. I'm saying Caitlin Clark is responsible for the paycheck you're going to receive. That's all I'm saying. You see Satu Sabali giving her credit. You see Cheryl Miller give, like, understand this woman out here that knows, okay, if I just work hard, like, it's probably a big reason why Kelsey Mitchell stayed in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? It's a big reason why Natasha Howard came to Indiana, why Dawana came to Indiana, why Sophie came to Indiana, why all these players, Sydney came to, like, you're not coming to play for Indiana if you don't know what's going on. Nobody, honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all, from what I hear, nobody wants to play in Indiana. Nobody wants to play for that city. But because of Caitlin Clark, because of the front office they have now, you think that front office would have came and took over without Caitlin? You think Stephanie White would have came to coach this team without Caitlin Clark? Like, you think Kelly Crosscoff would have came to be a GM, CEO, whatever she is, a president of this team if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark? That's all I'm saying. Let's not be oblivious to the obvious. Let's start understanding who we have on our team. Well, let's, like, why we got to diminish one to uplift the other? Let this one, like, y'all see Stephen A. Smith. He signed that $100 million deal. Now, guess what? Everybody who comes second to him, now they can compare their numbers and views to Stephen A. and be like, if Stephen got 100 M's and he's pulling this kind of numbers, maybe I could get 50 and give me this. But without Stephen A. Smith going for the high, nobody would be able to follow suit. Without Caitlyn coming into the league and dominating all these numbers, there will be nobody to follow with the crumbs. Like I said, Caitlyn Clark's crumbs is a full course meal. You feel me? And this look like glaze, but I promise you, if you watch it, bro, like, you gonna understand what I'm saying. Her crumbs is actually a full course meal. Like, if I'm telling you, if I'm over here worth, let's say Caitlyn Clark right now, her actual worth is around 500 million, right? Like humbly, because we all know she can get paid over $1 billion. Like, Caitlyn Clark is that kind of influential. Like, I haven't seen this kind of power since. I'm not even going to say. I was going to say Michael Jackson, but I'm not even going to say it because a lot of people got their own bias to it. But it's close. It's actually close, though. Because, like, anywhere she go, I'm talking about a golf course, anything, I could rant forever, y'all. I'm sorry, bro.
So that's the only thing. And thank God I don't listen to, I don't follow social media. And I could really care less because I've been delivered from being a people pleaser and what you.
Oh, yeah. Me too, Cheryl. No more people pleasing. I know how that would take a toll on you. People pleasing is one of the worst things to do. All right, we got Cheryl Miller on who recognizes Caitlyn Clark's game but won't recognize her impact. All right, and Cheryl Miller loves the word big dummies, if y'all don't know already. But let's watch it.
She handled it in a graceful way as well. Some of your peers, they will recognize, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Right.
How can you separate the two? It's kind of
hard,
know what?
Right? And I used and Jax, you're absolutely right. And I was like, come on, you big dummies.
She loves
Is she
that
getting
word.
hyped? Yes. But she was in the backyard. She was putting in the same time. Sometimes
work.
maybe more than you were.
Yep.
Right.
I can't fault her for what she was given. But look, as much as she was given, you can't tell me if that door would have swung the other way where she didn't live up to.
Yep, we just watched this. If that door didn't, it's like, if she didn't live up to it, like, that door would have slammed shut in her face. Like, they would have literally slammed the door shut on Caitlyn Clark. Cheryl Miller talking about Caitlyn Clark in the All-Star game also mentions how her defense is underrated. Let's watch this.
WNBA All-Star game. You spent some time with Caitlyn Clark.
Best coaching job ever.
Best coaching job
Best
ever.
coaching job.
Look at how she jumped up out her seat, though.
WNBA All-Star game. You spent some time with Caitlyn Clark.
Best coaching job ever.
Best coaching job
Best
ever.
coaching job ever.
You gotta love it.
Being around Caitlyn Clark, how was the experience for her? She's such a big star. I mean, the sky's the limit for her. To be around her, just talk about the type of person she is and how much she loves the game.
I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
I
watched
felt-
this as well. It's just like, Cheryl Miller is, I don't really be watching these when I bookmark it. I just be wanting to come back to it on stream because I don't want to spoil it fully, you know what I'm saying? But we do got Pat Bev ran into Caitlyn Clark doing his morning workout. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be honest. If I ever want to meet Caitlyn Clark, I'm going to just scour every gym in the city. Like, if Caitlyn Clark comes to the city, I'm just going to scour every gym in the city. I'm going to find her there. You want to find Caitlyn Clark, just go to your nearest gyms. She's going to be in one of them. Like, Caitlyn's not home. She's in the gym all day, every day. She probably lives in it.
To today, right? NBPA basketball gym, right?
Okay, the Players
The
Association.
association, they gave us a gym that I paid for. Not entirely, but they took money out of my check and I paid for it.
You
bro.
better get the fucking full usage of that.
Man, I got hot tub, cold tub, weight room, full court basketball room. I walk in today, I'm on one side working out, Caitlyn Clark on the other side.
Really?
I look at myself, there you go, two fucking legends, Patty.
You say what's up?
You know I say what's up, but I'm not the type to say what's up to interrupt your workout because I don't like people to interrupt mine. She can shoot the shit out of it.
And the WNBA assist leader this past year.
She can shoot the shit out the ball.
She's a great shooter.
And she's one of those workout people. Got to think, anytime I hit the court, I got to hit that bike. I'm older now, so I got to get on that bike and stroll for a couple, 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Look to the side.
So while I'm strolling through the park, I'm looking at her shoot it. And she's one of those shooters where, if you know as a gym rat, you guys know, like, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
I told y'all, this girl is I told y'all, this girl ain't soft. Like, I could read energy. Caitlyn Clark is nowhere near soft. Do not confuse her professionalism for with being soft. Do not confuse the two. She's professional. She's not soft, okay? You see what Pat Bev just said. She's bullying her drill, like the drill coaches. Like, yo, Don't pass me the ball like that. Pass it the right way.
You guys know, like, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
What drill was it? What drill was she
I
running?
don't know. She was doing a 2 in a row corner wing, and if you miss, you have to go back to the next spot, and if you missed again, you have to go back to the starting spot.
That's
she had a
crazy.
nice drill. I'm literally still in it,
That's nice.
and she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right, so she was shooting the shit out of it. And
She's the face of the league.
agreed.
She said she the face of the league. Like he said, agreed. Face of the league, agreed. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Dwarf clone with a. Oh my goodness. Dwarf clone with a 50 bomb. Anyone do a welfare check on Cheryl Swoops lately? I think we need to do that together. Somebody check on Cheryl Swoops for us, please. If anybody got an update on Cheryl Swoops, please let me know.
NBPA.
Dwarf Clone, I
basketball
appreciate you.
stuff.
Never fail to support. Dwarf Clone, we love you over here. Like I said, you are a celebrity over here, okay? Hello, Susan. I'm in Vancouver. Worked on rigs for 5 years. What are y'all talking about over here? Y'all over here talking about working on rigs? Anyways, let's move on. Dwarf Clone, I do appreciate you. Kaylin in New York to support her boyfriend's brother, and she's still in the gym every morning. It is what it is.
C22.
She is who she is, and can't nobody stop her. You understand? Like, she's gonna work hard and she's gonna play hard. And when she comes next season for her MVP, we're gonna come back to the offseason and say this is why, because she put in that work. And if you think she's working hard this year, wait until next year. When she sees the results play, it's nothing like working hard and it actually paying off. She's going to be extra motivated to work even harder next year, and that's going to be even scarier. But let's move one step at a time. Let's not even look into the next offseason, because that's a scary sight. I'm looking forward to 50 days when we see Caitlin Clark put the dagger in the Mystics, okay? Okay, so Correlation requoted the post about the Dream had moved their season opener against Caitlin Clark to the scheduling conflict, and Correlation say, so a scheduling conflict made you move to a 20K seat arena? With a Caitlin Clark like side-eye. Like, honestly, just say it what it is. Talking about a schedule conflict. A schedule conflict would mean, okay, let's just move the game to a different day. No. Not only that, let's move to a bigger arena. But what if we don't sell out arena? Oh, no, we're going to sell out.
C22.
Like, let's not. Why are we acting like a big dummy like Cheryl Reeves? That's what we're going to start saying, a big dummy. Shout out to Cheryl Reeves. Her being in the gym is why she is who she is now. Exactly. Her being in the gym is exactly why she's a superstar. What else we got? Oh, yeah, the face. You literally got. Shout out to Lee Horde to Lee for tagging me in this. What we got here? Oh yeah, she is the face of the league. Yeah. That was yeah. What we just watched. Shout out to Horde for tagging me. Like I said, I can tag me on X and I can save it for the FIFA Fridays. The quality of this picture is insane. Look at Caitlin's arms. Oh my goodness. Look at Caitlin Clark's arms in this picture. If this is how strong Caitlin Clark was in the season and we were sleeping on it, I cannot wait to see how she's looking in this coming season 2025. It's gonna be scary hours. All right. Oh, I think we looked at the. Oh no, Caitlin Clark owns 6 of the top 10 most sold basketball cards over the last 30 days. Like once again, Caitlin Clark still breaking records in the off season. Cheryl Miller, Correlation tweeted this and said Indiana Fever this off season.
Bad decision. You stupid. You need to be fired. Bye-bye.
Yes, that's what they need.
I'll
You
be.
can do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
She could play. Trade her. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's literally what the Indiana Fever is saying to all these teams right now. Like y'all just giving us these players. All right, cool. Okay, now we got an influential C22 post. Shout out to Ken Swift for requoting this. He says, this is why Caitlin has changed the game in the WNBA. She made it cool for men to emulate a women's game that had been previously mocked, whether justified or not. You got Northwestern college basketball posting Raiders and Caitlin Clark with a high five emoji, talking about they agreeing on deep threes. Now look at them. In Carver, emulating Caitlin Clark's record-breaking shot. Caitlin Clark, for the record. We got it. And these are basketball players. Look how happy they are hitting it in Caitlin's spot.
All right, Caitlin, let's go.
For the record.
For the record.
Okay, now this is where the influential part comes in. If y'all don't know, this is most likely equivalent to Kobe. When a basketball player yells out a line, like whether it's Mike Breen's bang, you know, like. Yeah, they're not doing that in a high pressure game for sure. But it's cool to emulate it. Like, this is like a kid just living, you know, like that. Y'all know what it is. Like you in your backyard, you just yelling Kobe. Like, that's basically what it is, you know. Anyways, I think that's all we got for Fever Fridays. I do appreciate y'all. Listen, a calm little 30-minute segment. Y'all never fail to, is it fail to disappoint? Y'all never fail to, what is it? Y'all never fail to, how you say it in a good way? Last week it was weapons at our disposal. This week is y'all never fail to disappoint. That's what it is. Wait, is that a bad thing? Y'all never fail to disappoint. Am I tripping? You fail to disappoint. I think that's better, right? You fail to disappoint, right? Y'all let me know. Can y'all let me know before I end? Because I was having a hard time going through the comments yesterday and feeling goofy, feeling like a big dummy. What is it? Is it y'all never fail to disappoint? Now, we got to end this off on the right note. I'm not stopping until y'all let me know. Y'all never fail to deliver? Huh? Is that the right way? Is it you never fail to disappoint? The phrase "you never fail to disappoint" is a sarcastic expression meaning that someone or something consistently disappoints rather than being... Okay, what is the opposite of you never... What is the opposite of you never fail to disappoint? Hold on. We got to end this on right now. What is the opposite of you never fail? The opposite of you never fail to disappoint is you always succeed in pleasing. Oh, yeah, that's what we got. Okay. Never fail to amaze. You always fail to disappoint. Okay, that's good. Never fails to disappoint is correct. No, Nuke is not, as we just seen. So now I'm going to start saying, you guys always succeed in pleasing. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Smash the sub button. It's crazy how we be pulling 30 minutes to an hour in an off season with little to, you know, minimum news out here, and we still stretching these Fever Fridays out long, still communicating. I love the lives, but I do love you guys. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to everybody who hit the like button. Shout out to Jerry on becoming a new diehard member. Shout out to Brian for the $20 super chat. Shout out to Dwarf Clone for the 50. Dwarf Clone be going crazy every live. Listen, man, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Can we do a show on Brittany Griner and Only Griner? Huh? Paul, Eric, what did Eric say? All right, let's get up out of here, man. I do love y'all. I'm gonna see you guys. 50 more days, y'all. 50 more days. We ain't gotta wait too long. Venom is gonna be back to breaking down film. Yes, we're gonna be breaking it down in a more fun way because we're gonna be winning games this year. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be losing this year. So, I'll see you guys soon. If news come, I will be there. But I love y'all. Let's